How many tools is your company actually running right now? Slack, Notion, Linear, Jira, HubSpot, Salesforce, Calendly, Airtable, Zapier, holding all of it together with duct tape. The average growing company spends tens of thousands of dollars per year on software. That doesn't include the cost of people managing it or the hours lost context switching between 12 tabs. That's the stack tax, and I'm done paying it. My name is Jack Collins. I'm a software engineer, founder, and I've spent my entire career building software companies through every phase of growth, from early accelerators to millions of dollars in funding and multiple acquisitions. I've been inside enough companies to know what the operational layer of a growing business actually looks like, and it looks like a pile of SaaS tools pretending to be a system. I want to show you what I've been building to fix that. Every tool in your stack solves one coordination problem. Notion holds docs, Linear tracks tasks, HubSpot owns your pipeline, and Slack is where everything else goes to die. But none of them talk to each other, or at least not meaningfully so. So you become the coordination layer. Every stand-up, every weekly sync, every "can you give me an update on that?" That's the tax you've been paying to hold together a system that was never designed to be one system. And it scales in the wrong direction. At 5 people, you manage it in your head. At 50, you've got a whole function whose job is moving information between the other functions. What would it be worth to just not have that problem? Something fundamental has changed. AI agents can now do the coordination work and carry meaningful work to completion. Not AI as a chatbot, AI as the actual operating layer of the business. The thing that reads every channel, every decision, every goal, and does the work downstream. When the agent holds all the context, the rest of the scaffolding just disappears. That's what YAGNI is built for. YAGNI is an AI operating system for growing companies. One workspace, one agent. Just to mention, at YAGNI, wherever you're doing work, it handles the operating layer of your business from day one. Here's what your morning looks like on YAGNI. Not after a 6-week onboarding, day one. Your inbox is already sorted. The partnership reply you needed? Drafted. YAGNI pulled the last thread, matched your tone, referenced your priorities. You skim it, approve it, send it. Rhythms are scheduled tasks that adapt to the way you work. Your weekly rhythms run and identify high priority customer issues, pending changes to be deployed in your product, and financial reports on last week's sales. Your 10 o'clock meeting? The meeting brief is already written. Goals are current, issues are flagged. You skip the status updates and spend the full hour on decisions. And that's just the coordination layer. Here's what surprised me the most about building this. Once YAGNI actually understands your business, the range of what it can do gets very wide very fast. A customer emails in with a problem. YAGNI already knows their account, their history, your tone, and it drafts a response that sounds like your best support person on their best day. You review it, send it, move on. Let's say an error is escalated in your product. YAGNI reads the report, traces it through the codebase, writes the fix, and opens a pull request. You review the code, not the ticket. Same thing for new features. You describe what you want, YAGNI builds it. Your pipeline? It's not sitting in some CRM you forgot to update. YAGNI tracks every conversation, every follow-up, every deal, because it's already in your workspace, reading your channels. An AI native CRM that's always current because the agent does the updating, not you. And at the end of the month, your books are being audited in real time. YAGNI flags discrepancies, categorizes transactions, and prepares financial reports, not after you spend a weekend in a spreadsheet, but continuously. All of this is surfaced in channels and accessible from a single, "Hey, at YAGNI, tell me about yesterday's sales." This is what I mean when I say operating system. It's not a project management tool with AI bolted on. The agent is the system. It writes the briefs, updates the goals, fires the rhythms, ships the code, manages the pipeline, handles support, and keeps the books. You set the vision. YAGNI runs the rest. And it grows with you, from 1 person to 5 people to 200 or more. No migration, no new stack. I started my career at a large company where every team had real operational discipline. Then I left and I spent a decade building companies where that discipline didn't exist by default. You either had to build it yourself or you bought a bunch of tools and hoped they added up to something coherent, and they rarely did. YAGNI is what I wish I had at every one of those companies. The name is a software principle. You ain't gonna need it. And I'm reclaiming it for the tool stack. you ain't gonna need all those separate tools. If you're a founder or operator just getting off the ground, running a 5-person, dozens, or even up to hundreds of people at your company, and you're done buying a new tool every time your headcount grows by 5, go try YAGNI. Check it out at yagni.app. Your own workspace, plenty of starter credits. YAGNI works immediately. No contracts, no annual commitments, credit-based pricing so you only pay for the value you receive. You're already paying hundreds or thousands of dollars a month for a stack that doesn't talk to itself. YAGNI replaces the pile, and you can try it today for nothing. If you want to follow the build, the decisions, the product thinking, the real story of what it takes to actually replace the SaaS pile, I welcome you to the journey. This is going to be one of the most interesting things I've ever built, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise.